Welcome back to the Only Points podcast, you guys. We're your host, Eddie Garcia. We got our boy, Eddie Mercado, and Alexis Martinez. Now, this week, we're going to be covering, again, a few topics that we've been wanting to talk about here through Zoom. So I hope you guys are listening to this through the YouTube video because sometimes we just like sharing our screen. Sometimes we like showing things in the background. So if you're listening to us, check out our YouTube channel. But you guys know the drill. We always start with some updates. And I'm going to start this week because I got some things lined up, ready to go. So I'm starting a new company, you guys. So as you guys know, I manage a lot of companies. There's a lot of things that happen in the background. And one of the things that I've been dealing with, and I actually mentioned this in a previous podcast. If you guys listen to our last podcast, I mentioned about me wanting to start a social media management company, right? Why do I want to start that? Because my companies need it. And if you guys didn't listen to last podcast, like I said, it all came to the idea that I need to build the social media department for my personal brand. And then I was like, well, if I need to do that, now that I think about it, I should also make a social media department for all my other companies. I have other companies that are going to need social media management. And then at that point, I was like, then I should just make it one management company, like make it a company, build out the team, and then have them all manage all my social medias for every single company that I own, for my personal brand, Sky Credit Enterprise, for the Only Points podcast, right, and other companies that I'm a part of. Why not just have that and make that happen, right? So, and I've offered, like I mentioned the last podcast, I offered somebody else the opportunity to them. They respectfully declined it. It was just wasn't the right fit. He was not the right candidate for it, anyways. Now, luckily, my boy Mario Macias, he's out in Vegas. Shout out to him. He's my personal coach and a business partner for one of my companies. He told me about his really, really good friend that helped him start his company. He's a social media management company already, and he's based in San Diego. So I linked up with him. I actually met him today. We went to grab some food together in La Jolla. No, sorry, man. Yeah, La Jolla actually. And after talking to him for over an hour, I decided that I feel like he would be the right candidate to do this, and I offered him my idea, and he said yes. So we're gonna be building a company out together, and if it all goes well, where he's gonna merge it with his own social media company that he already has, and make it one big company, social media company. So super excited to do that. We are starting it officially tomorrow. So we're gonna be looking out for video editors and stuff like that. We're about to hire a lot of people. So super excited for that. Um, and the next update is I finally got my first client for Sean on Tuesday. So as you guys know, last week I mentioned that we're opening the gates again. We're going to get our first clients. And I want to tell you guys how it went because I hope that you guys take some learning lessons from this. As you know, I had to, I got really upset. So, on Tuesday, got my first clients. As soon as I got it, I called the sales guy. I'm like, cool, awesome. Do you need any help? Did the right onboarding link? Because, like I said, we changed everything, right? So they're not used to the new system yet. No worries. Hey, there was a small hiccup. No worries. We took care of it. Then I called my executive assistant, told him, hey, new client filing the books. Like, let's make sure that we get this handled today ASAP. At the end of the day, I want to get I'm gonna call you and I want to know how it went. Like we already did X, Y, and Z for this client. He got onboarded. We are ready to rock and roll, right? So after did that entire day, I called them at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time before they all clocked out. Called them super excited, waiting to hear really great news. And unfortunately, he told me that he did see the client um, information that he got on board or that the information came through. However, apparently the client scheduled his onboarding call on the 23rd. And I looked at the calendar, was like, that's exactly a week from today. And that immediately rang a bell in my brain because I was like, that doesn't sit right with me. Nobody should be booking an onboarding call for a service they just signed up for like a week from today. So that happened, and then the next thing he tells me is that, and also he also said that he's only looking for $10,000 to $15,000 in business credit, and that was another huge alarm in my head because that does not make sense at all. Like, why would I even bother helping you for $10,000 because that, or helping you get $10,000, because first of all, to start a business, that's not enough, and second of all, this guy's doing Amazon FBA, right? Which Eddie, can you please elaborate? Would $10,000 be enough to fulfill orders for Amazon FBA? By the way, you're muted.
No, absolutely not. $10,000 is a good start. I always tell my students or my clients, 5 to 7,000 is a good place to start. I scaled all the way up to the point where I invest anywhere from 120 to 150,000 a month. So, so $15,000. I mean, unless he's trying to do private label, but even then, I don't think it's a good idea. But
Yeah, right. So how quickly would you feel like this guy's gonna need more credit after that?
oh, immediately after, I mean, he's literally gonna have to max everything out. In the event that he finds like 4 or 5 good items and he invests like $3 to $4,000 on each item so that he can sell out within like 4 to 6 weeks of the inventory, like checking in and everything, like he's gonna need funding immediately. There's
Right.
there's no way that you can there's absolutely no way you can run an Amazon FBA store with just $10 to $15,000. There's absolutely no way. Not
Perfect. Exactly.
not to hit high numbers. I mean, if that's just like side income, that might be able to pay your car payment or something. I don't know.
Right, right. So I mean, most of these guys are making a $50,000 investment to an Amazon store, and then for you guys, for the person to only have $10,000 to $15,000 in credit to make the for inventory, plus the inventory plus the shipping costs, especially now that I'm working with you and I understand a little bit more about what goes into running this store. I That to me, if I were to only get him $10,000 to $15,000, I immediately felt like I would be doing a huge disservice to him and I'll be shooting him in the foot. So I immediately was like, what the hell? Okay, so and then I immediately got frustrated because I told my executive assistant, oh, well, in that case, you immediately, so after hearing that and finding that out, you obviously immediately called the client and made sure that he, first of all, was the scheduled meeting, was that on purpose or did he mess up, right? And then for the second, for the how much like funds he's looking for, that should have been an immediate red flag for my executive assistant to be like, hey, by the way, I'm more curious about this number as well. Like, is this also intentional, or did the salesperson mess up in writing this? Maybe she just forgot a zero in there, or what's going on? Why? Because we're trying to help the client out as much as possible. So turns out he didn't do any of that. He's just waiting for the onboarding call, which really frustrates me. I'm trying not to curse as much because someone told me I curse too much on this podcast. But that really frustrated me because we need to move with intention. So out of all the entrepreneurs listening out there, everything you do in business, the speed of service is so important. Success loves speed. And you have to have very strong intentions. Your intentions on everything you do in business, on calling the client, helping every single client, solving a problem, needs to have very strong intentions into doing so, right? A lot of people like, oh, let me call the client or let me get in contact with someone. They just probably just text them like, hey, you available? And then don't hear a response for hours to days, right? No, like my team knows that I have to call once. They don't answer. They call twice. If they didn't answer the second time, leave a voicemail, leave multiple text messages, send an email, and then call again in a few hours. Like we're that intentional about reaching people. Why? Because the faster we communicate, faster we get things done. So and the faster we get things done, the better customer service we can actually provide for our clients. So right then and there, I was like, dude, that is first of all, first huge mistake. Like, what the hell? Like, you should know, like, intentions are everything. Speed of service is everything. So that really frustrated me because I was expecting this and I got nothing. Um, and then basically at the end of the day, yeah, the guy just wants $10,000 to $15,000. I don't even know why. And this guy, he's not answering us. Like, we don't even know if he actually wants to service or not. But yeah, so that happened. And to contrast, today, someone sent me a client. I closed the client in 15 minutes, got him to pay me money. He signed the contract, and he was so eager to throw money at me, and he was so excited to start. I broke everything down. It was just a quick 45-minute phone call at the end. And I did it while I was on the car ride to something else that happened, which I will explain in a second. So it's such a huge, big contrast of once you're super comfortable talking about this, and once you really are so comfortable talking about what you're an expertise on, like clients just sign up so fast because they can hear how knowledgeable you are in the specific area. They're like, I want to work with you right away. And that is actually funny because one of my affiliates, he texted me today, bro. Everyone I talk to, they're interested, but they're skeptical. They don't want to sign up. They don't know if this is gonna work. I was like, bro, I just had literally just had someone 15 minutes ago give me the card details over the phone, signed the contract ASAP, who was so eager to make money and like sign up with me. You just have to have very strong intentions, sound very knowledgeable, know how it works, and just close cycles. But it is what it is. I guess I just got to do a better job at helping my affiliates with that. But the reason why I was driving today, that's a funny thing because I don't drive. I don't hardly ever. Because every single time I travel, I just jump on an airplane and I'm in Vegas all of a sudden. I unfortunately enough, someone crashed my Mercedes Benz. So yeah, it was just parked outside. And this weekend, I took my family out to eat because of an event. And when I look outside, the car was crashed from the back. So somebody hit the car, hit and run. Don't know when it was, don't know how it happened. Um, so I took the car to get checked out, and hopefully my insurance will be taking care of that. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. I bought some fucking new clothes, very, very nice, like super expensive clothes because I wanted to treat myself finally, and I wanted to elevate my clothing game, my wardrobe. And then lastly, yesterday I did an in-person meeting with a really good friend of mine. He's a real estate agent here in San Diego. And I know he has a lot of brothers, and they also own a roofing company. It's a family-owned business. And he has like five brothers. And the two youngest ones, it's a 21 and an 18-year-old. They've always been very interested in meeting me. And so he called me. He's like, hey, I would really appreciate it if you did an in-person meeting with me. We took you out to lunch, and because I want to just obviously link up, see how you've been. And the second thing is because my two younger brothers really, really want to meet you in person. I was like, yeah, absolutely, no worries. So I met up with them, talked. They asked me a bunch of questions, how I've been. I told them the businesses I was doing. I was telling them, giving them a lot of tips about business, about mentality, mindset, right? And then eventually they offered. So the older brother, his name is Juan. He told me that he would actually want them to do an internship with me. However, he does not even believe that his own brothers could provide me enough value for me to find it valuable for them to do an internship with me. I told them that I was open to the idea, so that I've been actually looking for someone to do an internship with me. However, that I haven't been posting it or promoting it because I just want to find it. Like, I just wanted to come naturally at first to see if I could just find someone like this, like for like, okay, hey, if you're actually eager enough to come, you would reach out to me and be like, hey, I want to do an in-person internship with you, because I know I could provide so much fucking value to someone. Imagine taking someone who's 18 years old, helping them with credit, get them like 50 to 100,000 in personal credit, set up their LLCs, eventually help them to get business credit, help them start a business together. I could provide so much value, and I know they could provide a lot of value for me because I definitely need in-person assistance, like ASAP. So, um, so yeah, those are my updates. I'm very excited. for a lot of the things that are happening with me. Just as you guys can see, a lot of things like get done in just 1 week. But Eddy, how's it been?
Been great, finally after I want to say about a month and a half of not going actually nowhere. It's been more that I've been to California. I actually went to go visit California. I went home. I went to actual home. Like I went to go visit my parents. I got to see my little brother, my mom. It was actually very unintentional because the purpose of the trip was actually to go to the homie's 25th birthday party, and then it's like, so I showed up on a Thursday. I got there. I got home on Thursday at 6 p.m. My sister picked me up, and from there it was just like a chill evening. Then Friday was actually Warrior Day. I graduated from CSU's tennis class. Friday was Warrior Day, so that was unintentional. Did I want to go? Was I gonna go? I kind of wanted to go, but then at the same time, I'm like, nah. Do I really want to see a bunch of people that I went to like college with, like possibly, potentially? Didn't end up going just because I don't know. I just decided to stay home. Correct. And then another thing that was big for me was that my barber, the barber that I only like, who cuts my hair, only had room for me at 6 in the morning. So I got my hair cut at 6 in the morning. And I literally told myself, uh, throughout the whole weekend or throughout my whole 3-4 day trip, whatever it was, I got a numerous amount of compliments that, wow, like you lost so much weight, you look so good, this and that, this and that. So it's like back to like who I used to be back when I was like 21, 22, like just like this flood, like this wave of it made my head big, like bigger than what it already is. Let's be honest. And well, the homie, well, shout out to um the homie, for his 25th. His party didn't disappoint. A bunch of people, shout out to Beto, of course. His party didn't disappoint. It was super dope, super fun. I had a lot of fun. I didn't drink not a single shot, not a single anything. I didn't have a single ounce of alcohol. I didn't even smell any alcohol, none of that. And of course, Sunday was like Mother's Day, but of course I had to come back. It was a nice, sweet trip. My 11th airplane of the year, which is actually not a lot. During that time, I literally told myself, hey, you know what? Like, because what happens is every time I get a compliment, like, oh, you look good. Oh, it looks like you're losing weight. I feel like I deserve something. I feel like I actually earned something, correct? So I was eating flan for breakfast. I was eating whatever the hell I wanted. I was eating cookies. I was eating ganchitos, everything, you name it, fuck carnitas, birria, whatever, barbacoa, whatever it was, I was eating it, right? But when I came back, I made a vow to myself. So it's not a promise, it's a vow. I told myself, I vowed to myself. I vowed to myself.
There you go, fancy.
I vowed to myself. I said, Eddy, because like my haircut and my beard, like so fresh, but obviously, like I already look a little scruffy, and I'm only gonna get worse. Why? Because I vowed to myself that I will not get a haircut and I will not touch up my beard until I weigh 215 pounds. And it is so like nice because it's like yesterday I went out for Taco Tuesday and I weighed today 230 flat after having breakfast, correct? Now you might say like, Joe, like what the hell? The lightest I've gotten in like years is 226.8, which is actually last week. I want to say like Tuesday or Wednesday, right before I went on my trip. So essentially, I did gain approximately 3 to 4 pounds, which isn't bad. But even though like people might say like, oh well, how long do you really think it's gonna take you to lose 15 pounds? Realistically, I've lost 9 pounds, 10 pounds in one day, but of course I dehydrated myself just to beat a challenge. Correct. So if I wanted to, I could literally fast for 2, 3 days and lose 15 pounds. But that's not what I want, even though I can do that. Think about the things that I'm going to be missing out on. not necessarily missing out on, but things I could potentially go to looking scruffy as shit. It is the motive, of course, high stakes. There's EDC weekend. Saturday is the meetup, correct? There's the homegirl's birthday, Amara's birthday. There's a baby shower that I won't be going to, so I don't care. There is my little munchkins are right here. There is this one's Stormy. Um, just birthday parties in general. Not that I go to clubs, but in the event that I actually do want to go out and like see a DJ, I'm hey, like either I show up like this or I don't go, you know? One of my biggest rules is no hats allowed. I'm not going to touch my beard. I can comb it. I can comb my hair and I can comb my beard. That's it. But no product, no nothing. That's the biggest thing. So that's the vow. I also took the trip, fully moved into a different warehouse. I am so exhausted. I'm so tired and I still have to go to the gym.
I actually saw that on Instagram, bro. Congrats on moving there, and it looked like a shit ton of stuff,
Yeah,
a shit ton of product.
yeah, it's not it's not that big of a warehouse. There's around like I want to say like 750 square feet of warehouse, but that's good because like we're just pumping. The second that the inventory comes in, within 2 to 3 days, we're already it's already fully prepped and we're shipping it out. I'm going to actually turn that small warehouse into a prep center, and I'm going to start a buying group as well. So that's going to be great, and we're going to have details. If you guys don't know what a buying group or a prep center is, I'm gonna plug myself at the very end with our IGs. No, our IGs are always available, but yeah, those are big moves. I don't necessarily know if I want to keep the box truck. I've been contemplating like what I do need is a dry van, which is like a diesel truck. That's what I truly do need to make big bucks. And I was actually looking into those. They're really not that expensive. They're only like 60, $70,000. And then like the back piece, which is the truck is like 50, 60, $70,000. The dry van part, which is the back piece, is only like 30 to 35,000. So essentially for $100,000, like you can make some real money. I'm talking like this is why they say like truck drivers make a shit ton of money. Like you can easily make 2 to 3 grand a day. Easily.
Well, question. So why is the box truck not profitable enough for you to consider keeping it?
Because I'm not going to drive it. I don't have jobs to fulfill. The person that was supposed to drive it has a conchita and took off. So it's just sitting there collecting dust essentially. I mean, I'm not gonna drive it. I'm
Yeah,
not.
you don't have to. No, you make too much to be focusing on
Yeah.
that.
So there's that. And I've thought about like ways to become creative. I don't know if I failed to get creative to make income, because even then somebody has to be driving it. Somebody has to be working it. And if I put it up on Craigslist, oh, rent me for $200, which it would get snatched. Who has to drive it? $200 a day? Like what does a day actually consist of? Is it 8 hours? Is it 4 hours? Is it 6 hours? Is it 7 hours? I can't afford to get paid $200 to be driving my own box truck, you know?
Yeah. Mm-mm.
And I'm open. So insurance is around $350 a month. And I'm just like, damn. But now that truck, because I brought it from California, a state where it wasn't able to get registered, that's actually worth more money here. But the problem is, who is liquid enough to buy it off me cash?
Well, so someone can take a loan out and pay you, and then they can be paying monthly payments to the loan.
Yeah, correct. But in essence, it's like it's a headache that I don't want to deal with at the moment. And I need the money because I'm still recovering from hitting rock bottom. Just because I bounced back doesn't mean I'm fully recovered. Guys, I'm all about transparency. There's
Right.
that. So I bounced back. It doesn't mean I have necessarily recovered. Once all that inventory is out of my warehouse, I'll be in much, much better shape, which should be within the next week and a half. So within the next 10 days should be good. And then the end of the month comes and then all these bills are due, right? Yeah. But
Yeah.
overall, it's great. Came back from my trip, flipped my apartment upside down. It looks pretty pristine. It looks clean. I don't know about people, bro, but like as respectfully as I can say this, I cannot work in overcrowded, crowded, or just messy areas. So, and not to speak out of turn, but the warehouse that I moved into in the back, there was a bunch of stuff just everywhere. And then I asked the homie for permission. Fuck it, I asked Mo for permission. I was like, "Hey, bro, can I like tidy this up?" He's like, "Yeah, bro, do whatever you need to do." And then I told him, I was like, so I moved the tables, I moved this, I moved that, I stacked the pallets neatly. I prepped the inventory, and then he goes, "Damn, like it looks super spacious." Because I remember they used to hold the Lamborghini and the McLaren in the back, and that would take up all the space. And then they had like tables in the dead center. The center is where like the meat is always at. It's like where literally all the stuff is at. But I put everything along the edge. So he walks into the warehouse and he goes, "Damn, like it's actually more spacious than I actually thought." So I'm very, very excited to get the very, very, very excited to get the prep center going and to get the buying group. For those of you guys that don't know what a buying group is, it's basically a form of manufactured spending, which is essentially in a signals chat, could be Discord. I wouldn't ever do Discord. Maybe that just makes me weak because I'm not willing to learn Discord. If you guys know anything about Discord, it's a fucking maze. It's a group chat maze.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's the best way I can fucking describe it with those words. I am a simple person that just loves Telegram. Uh, to get into this Telegram group chat, I'm simply going to send out signals. I'm going to put out ASINs. I'm going to put out specific items that you guys can purchase from Sam's, Costco, um, what is the Best Buy,
Mhm.
obviously Amazon. Stuff that is extremely cheap, stuff that is easily resellable, that I will resell on my Amazon store, and I pay back sometimes with $1 to $2 commission. What is the beauty? Like, what's the purpose of this? Like, why are people purchasing inventory? Well, so that you guys can get spend. A lot of people that are new into the credit space, they don't know what to spend $6,000 on. They don't know what to spend $10,000 in 6 months. Shit, don't give me a credit card that has $10,000 because I'm not gonna blow it, but I'll invest it in 10 seconds. I already know what I want to buy. But for you people that don't know what to spend your guys' money on, credit cards, if you guys need these access points, you guys need to hit these sign up bonuses, you guys need to, turn. Can I say it? No, it's a forbidden topic. I don't know if you guys picked up on that, but if you guys evil, if you guys picked up on that, cool. If not, forbidden topic.
Yep.
Hint and key. That's what a buying group is now. And again, you'd get paid out within like 1 to 2 weeks. I mean, word is bond, but I can obviously uh, send out a contract for the buying group. And a prep center is literally just a lot of people in Las Vegas are starting to get into the Amazon FBA space because of yours truly. And they don't have a warehouse, they don't have a prep station, and as opposed to buying the boxes, buying the labels, buying the label printers, uh, whether that's the label printer for boxes and label printers for the ASINs. I already have everything ready to go. I even have the weight. I have a measuring tape. Now, a lot of you, I have a heat gun as well. A lot of you guys are thinking, I can buy that. I can buy that. I can buy that. True. But two things. Are you going to buy it? And are you actually going to put in the work? Is your operation big enough for you to even do that? Whatevs. But yeah, that's about it. So that's the buying group and the oh no, that's the prep center and the buying group. So yeah, I'm super excited. That updates for me. Yeah, I, I I
Yep.
I do have to say, like, I feel so comfortable because yesterday I vacuumed my entire room and I'm just like, wow, and washed my blankets and everything. I'm just like, wow.
Dude, when you were talking about your barber, I thought the big update was that he was gonna move to Vegas.
I fucking wish that fucking that bastard literally told me that he's retiring in 2 years. I'm like, the fuck you are? No, super young cat, bro. He's like 24 years. He's
So
like
what
20.
so what is his plan for him to retire in 2 years? What is he moving to something else or what?
No, excellent question. So he's very okay, so think of it this way. He hustles harder than I do. He
Bam.
hustles more than I do. So he wakes up, he will there have been days where I've literally seen him wake up at 6 a.m. to start cutting hair and he won't stop until 11.
Yeah.
And let's just say that he gets one haircut every hour. Well, he takes like an hour and 15 on me because not only does he not only does he fade my hair, he fades my beard too, and it's dope as fuck. So let's just say one haircut every hour. How much is that? Six to 12 is six. Then plus 11, that's 17. 17 times 50 is what? Like 65. Like he's making like what, 650, $700 with tips, maybe even $800 with tips a day as a barber. I mean, that's excellent. But I mean, esas son chingas. That is, of course, him working like all day long. Of course, I'm sure he takes his breaks, and I'm sure he takes at least a 1 hour lunch. Dude's married, but to answer your question, he hustles very hard. He purchased a school along with uh, okay, so he was actually cutting hair out of his garage for $7. I remember that. And I remember I was the very first person to tell him, hey, like, you really need to like raise your prices. So he raised them from $7 to 8.
Oh my goodness.
But this was years ago. This was years ago. This was years ago, correct? And it was a massive like level. It was a massive level up power trip when he got into a salon. Actually, when he got into a barbershop salon, same shit.
Yeah, yeah, no, you know what you
Now,
mean.
now he owns one, and the reason why I brought up him cutting hair in his garage is because you don't necessarily need a license. Yes, si te cae the city, then you're gonna get a huge fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, and from there he needed to go to barber school just to get his license. Well, he became cool with the owner because he was always the first one to get there and the last one to leave. And something that he told me was that the owner of the school said, "I've been looking for somebody with your work ethic for years, for
Right.
years." And they just became cool, and they would say this, and that, and they would like. He was telling me, he goes, "Yeah, we would bullshit about buying a school. We would bullshit about buying a school." And he goes, "At a specific point, I couldn't afford to like pitch in enough to go in on a specific project. So I'm not going to say the numbers, obviously, because this isn't my business. But they bought a big school from this elder lady that was going to close it off because she was unaware. And this is what blows my mind because people are like so like closed
Close
off.
minded.
She was going to retire. No, she's going to retire, but she was going to close the school. Guess why?
Why?
She didn't know that she can sell it.
Wow.
Do you have any idea how crazy that is to me? She was
Yeah.
going to close the school because she was going to retire just because she didn't know that she can sell it.
What type of school is this though?
It's a barber school.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a barber school that accepts financial aid. And you know what happens when they accept financial aid?
Wow.
They can charge whatever they want.
That's
And
true.
the craziest thing is, this lady's retiring. She owns 3 other schools. Guess what's going to happen there?
He's gonna buy them too.
Collectively.
Wow.
Collectively, yeah. So So that's enough for him to retire. I mean, super proud of him. Sucks. I'm not ever gonna like a haircut
Ever again? No,
ever.
no. Unless when he teaches one of his students and one of his
Not
students.
even, not even fucking close. Not even close. I don't even
Yeah.
have to tell him anything. We literally we're talking the entire time. We're bullshitting the entire time. We're talking about how stupid TV is. I'd be like, bro, like I don't want to watch this shit. Like put on some music. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't ever tell him. The only thing he asks me is, oh, is your beard low enough? Because a lot of barbers fade my beard all the way up here, and it's like, no, I like it underneath my lip. They're like, that doesn't look cool, bro. I was like, well, I don't like what you like, you know. But it's yeah, and I literally told myself, I was like, so, because of my vow of like me not touching my hair or my beard, I'm actually going to fly out to California just so that he can touch me up,
Nice. Yeah.
cut my hair. It's very, very celebratory. I, of course, yesterday was Taco Tuesday. Mario showed up. Mario Macias, shout out to
Yeah.
him.
I saw that. Yeah.
And I was talking to him. I was like, yeah, bro, like we out here at Taco Tuesday, but I got to lose these 15 pounds. And then he goes, 4 to 6 weeks. I'm just going to say it like this. My goal is obviously 6 weeks, but if I'm looking like this right now, like this is what hurts though, because when you guys come out and we record like all these podcasts, like if it's just us three, it's whatever because these are just updates. But when we have guests, that's where it's just gonna like hurt. That's where
Right.
I'm like, shit, I should have fasted Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday just so that
Mhm.
just so that. But no, I think that's it. That's it. Like that's it. That's it for me.
For sure. All right, Alexis, what's up? Sadly enough, no more poached cleats updates, but what are the updates, man?
Yeah, so no more poached cleats. The season is already done, and
No, but the season is coming.
the next season is already coming. So funny enough, tomorrow is Thursday, and we have our games on Thursdays, and tomorrow's the final game of the season. So literally the final, and third place. I think we are gonna have a friendly, so it's just a friendly. Like we'll probably
better-
lose either way.
You better
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
Do they win anything at the end? Is there a big trophy? Do they win a cash prize? Or what happens at the end? They just go like, good job, go home now?
I don't think there's any cash prize, but because I've been playing soccer like in these kind of low level leagues, what my family like and my extended family like to call it is that we try to win the Copa Don Juan because it's like whatever.
The Copa Don Juan.
Copa Don Juan. Yeah.
There you go.
And
So I don't-
he's over here talking about we didn't make La Liguilla.
We didn't make the La Liga, man. But hopefully next season coming up, it's next Thursday, so that's the start of a new one. And I don't know. We already have like a sample of like what the league is, but we'll see, man. I have no idea how it's gonna go.
You guys don't make like a massive barbecue with like some like macaroni salad or anything like that at the very end?
Macaroni salad. What?
I'm just
What?
like you guys don't make like a big barbecue and like macaroni salad? Like you guys don't do that?
Honestly, we should have done that for when we won our game, but we didn't. That was a milestone right there.
Yeah, because I'll tell you that much. It's a great start. Hey, they don't even know, bro. Like if you poached your cleats this time, you gotta put your whole entire team on poached cleats. You guys are a force to be reckoned with because
Yeah, I don't think he seasoned them well enough. I think that was the problem.
no,
You know
but
what?
they're one season in though.
You know what? I think I'm gonna find some holy water and I'm gonna poach on my whole team's cleats with holy water. Maybe that'll do something. Maybe we'll see.
So you're one season in, with your poached cleats. You need that KFC 12 seasoning secret, bro.
There we go. I need the secret sauce.
After using that holy water, Jesus' mother is gonna come down and play for them.
He's gonna kick the ball, and the dirt is just gonna open up like that with the holy water.
He's gonna be
man.
parting the Red Sea.
There we go.
All right, now for real. Now, what's some updates?
Yeah, so for reals, the last thing that I remember after we did our podcast is I wanted to do the Hide Globalist run. I I think you guys are aware of it, but it's through Built, right? And you're able to
Right.
get Globalist. I know you two have Globalist, but I missed out on the opportunity of you guys, so I'm redeeming myself on this one. And yeah, the day after, which was a Thursday, also the same day that we release our podcast episodes, right? Thursday, 2 p.m.
Mhm.
PST.
Right.
So knowing this, I went over to also do the Globalist mattress run, and the thing is, I actually got everything done at Eddy's third office, which, as you guys know, is a Centurion Lounge.
Wait, what's the second? No, I'm just kidding. Pause. That's a forbidden topic.
Your second office is, of course, your warehouse, and your main office. We were just talking about.
As where you went before we started recording this.
That's a forbidden area.
It's a forbidden area, but there we go. And yeah, I was at the Centurion Lounge before I even did any of the Globalist mattress run, and I got a lot of work done. Like I thought it was gonna take me a while because I was starting to get worried because I usually take a few hours just to like render the episode and stuff. I'm like, damn, this is gonna take a while. Like, hopefully I'm gonna leave soon. It really didn't take much. Rendering only like 20 minutes or something. But what
Nice.
surprised me the most is that I was able to upload the episode in 5 minutes at the Centurion Lounge.
There
Only
you go.
5 minutes.
Hey, Centurion Lounge is a force to be reckoned with. Maybe you need to bring your entire team to eat there because they eat good. Like they eat very good.
Yeah.
That's true.
For those of you that don't know, I take every time I drop Eddy off at the airport, I get a fully refunded. Here's some free sauce for those of you paying attention. Look at the arm.
There you go.
For those of you that are still here, I always buy a fully refundable ticket, well, just a refundable ticket through Southwest. It doesn't matter how much it costs me. It can be $400. It can be a fucking $1,000. Of course, I go for the cheapest, just so that my credit cards don't answer questions. So that they don't ask questions or raise any red flags. But I don't even sneak into the Centurion Lounge. I get in with my fully refundable ticket. I eat, then I take off, and then I cancel my ticket. I get my money back. So that's like free food. All I pay for the meal is a $6 parking fee.
There you go.
I've taken dates there.
Wait, for real?
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, are you gonna take me on a quick trip? Like, no, we're going to eat there for free. That's what
We're going to a buffet.
Oh no, a buffet, not just any buffet, the Centurion Lounge. I bet nobody's taken you there before. That's why it's my second office.
Dude, you know how awesome it would be if you tell a girl, hey, I want to take you out on a date. We're gonna go eat at this nice restaurant. By the way, I'll meet you at the airport.
Oh my God, I'm freaking out now.
Dude, that's hilarious. By the way, you guys, so if you guys listen to that, that's like the lounge hack way to get in. By the way, if you guys are gonna book a flight, it has to be within 2 to 3 hours. That way you guys can get into the Centurion Lounge.
3 hours.
3 hours. Dude.
No, it's not necessarily and 100% strict. Only when it's
Packed.
only when it's packed, yeah. And
But this, especially the one in Vegas, is very popular. A lot of people go there. So just to play safe, you guys, go ahead and book a flight within the next 2 hours. Go to the airport, check into Centurion Lounge. As soon as you guys check in, you guys are able to cancel the flight then and there, which I highly recommend. As soon as you guys are in the Centurion Lounge, just go ahead and cancel it. Because you want to make sure it gets canceled before the flight takes over. Worst case scenario, imagine you're at this new channel, you're enjoying your time, and then all of a sudden you fucking forget. Then the 2 hours pass by, and then you can't cancel it anymore, right? Which has happened to Eddy, apparently.
It has happened to me before once on a stupid bastard $111 ticket. And I tried getting Southwest, hey, like, refund me my shit. They said no. But it was through Chase. CSR, Easy chargeback, baby. Let's go.
There you go. Beautiful.
Let's go.
We don't lose. We don't lose.
Not at all, man. Not at all. All right, Alexis. So I want to start with your first topic here.
Actually, wait. Before we get started, I want to ask a CreditJacker, what's up with that guitar?
Oh, the guitar. You noticed the guitar in the background, right? So
Yeah, come on, you did it on purpose. Quit playing.
I did it on purpose. So
Oh,
I was wondering if you guys were catching on to it.
I did
Come
catch
on.
on to it.
I noticed the 3 or 4 bottles of shaving cream back there that you don't use.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh,
Those are actually the hotel shampoo and conditioner bottle things, the mini things.
wow. You know what, Eddie? Next podcast, I'm just gonna go like this all podcast episode and be like, and you're gonna be like, "Hey, bro, what about your guns?" I was like, "Oh, you noticed these?
Oh, you noticed
Oh,
them?
did you notice these?"
Yeah, so to answer your question about the guitar, so this guitar over
Hey,
here,
hold on, Eddie. He's so excited, bro. He's so
so
excited
excited.
about the guitar.
No, so with the guitar, if you guys remember, I want to say like a month or two ago, I posted a reel on
Oh,
I
Instagram
see that.
of
Yeah.
me playing the guitar, and that actually got a lot of people attention. And believe it or not, because when you look at my profile, you see like lots of hiking things, some travel things. So when you saw something like related to music, like I don't know if you guys were aware that I play the guitar. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
you
guys
guys
knew
told
that
me. Yeah.
before.
Yeah. You told us a while back.
Yeah, so when you look at my page, you might not know that I play the guitar. So I did get a lot of comments from my friends as well, business partners, entrepreneurs, etc. People that don't know me or that I don't know as well. They were saying, "Oh, like, oh, nice," and stuff like that, complimenting me.
We
And
don't.
one of my friends, he plays the guitar as well, and he's like, "Hey, like, let's record something." And I'm like, "You know what? I'm down for that." So whenever we have the chance, we're gonna see if we can record a banger or two, and
There you go.
there's no date set in stone, but it's in the works. So
We
that's
know
why I have
you
it.
never. We know you never have dates. We know that. Like we know that. But hey, do they know that you have a microphone? Do they know that you carry a microphone too, or what?
No, yeah, they know that I'm like the sound guy, so they know all of
No,
that.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that microphone. I'm talking about your microphone.
Oh, my mic. Yeah. Well, I don't think they know, but I don't think they know.
No, here, honestly, like we don't care about comments. We care about DMs. How many DMs did you get?
I got a lot of DMs. Lots of
There
There you
DMs.
go.
Yeah.
Lots in the request.
Mm.
Lots in the request as well. Yeah.
For those of you guys that don't know, Alexis is mic'd up. Don't ask how I know.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude, I remember when it came out and I was super dope. It was really good. Did you do like a shadow clone jutsu and made your multiple of yourself and it was like different harmonies and shit, right?
Yeah, exactly. I haven't posted the YouTube video because YouTube obviously it's horizontal. A lot of the medias
Yeah.
that we go on is vertical. So
Just post it on YouTube Shorts. Fuck it.
yeah, there we go. Yeah. So should be posted soon. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know if you guys knew this about myself, but I played music for like 16, 17 years. I played trumpet for 16. I do play guitar, but viguela as well, but more mariachi style music. So yeah, man. So that's
Right.
cool.
So
There we
here's
go.
a confession. Oh shit. Ooh, this one's hard.
Clarinet.
I played the clarinet for 4 years.
No way.
I was like, yo, this shit is gay. No, I'm kidding. The real reason why is because you guys know this character Squidward? No, I'm just kidding. No, I always knew that I always wanted to play, I always wanted to learn an instrument, and it just seemed like no disrespect, but the trumpet seemed too easy. The drums seemed like basic.
Mhm.
What else? The trombone, I was like, yo,
Piano?
piano, I thought it was too much, but it's actually funny because I'm actually going to be taking piano lessons in like the next month and a half. So
Oh no
There
way,
you go.
nice. Yeah.
surprise, yeah. Um, I wanted a difficult instrument, but damn, that shit was difficult as fuck. Like, wow, like I quit. That's why. That's how hard.
Wait. This is the funny thing to me. You wanted to choose you didn't want to choose an instrument. I was about to tell you this. You didn't want to choose an instrument and you ended up going with an easy instrument. Got it.
No, what? No, the clarinet is not easy.
I can play the clarinet. I can pretty much play it in 24 hours. I can bet you that.
Not to where I'm at still. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think I have access to it anymore. I do know that my dad ended up buying it. But the thing is, I mean, it's a beautiful instrument. If you can get the notes to come out, because there's even like there's high notes too, and
Yeah, it's a single reed instrument, right?
yeah, it's single reed instrument. But the thing was, like, in high school, my biology teacher always asked me, "How is it that you can speak so loud, so fluently and proper?" And I was like, "I don't know." But then there was one time where we were talking about like music and yada yada yada, because I stopped, I want to say, yeah, like my freshman year. And then it wasn't until like my sophomore or my it doesn't matter. She goes, "Eddie, oh my God, it makes sense. You've exercised your lungs all these years." But she's probably my favorite teacher ever. Miss Blackley. I mean, no, not Miss Blackley. Miss Bonander. Shout outs to you. You know, she actually follows me on Instagram.
There you go.
She follows me on Instagram.
There you go.
So she might see this episode. We'll see.
100%. She follows me on Instagram. She followed me on my last Instagram that I'm still fighting to get back, and she found this new one that I have.
Nice.
How ride or die is that, yo? Like,
That's good.
ride or die. That's dope. Yeah, but
There we go. All right. Okay. So, Alexis,
Yes.
what's up with you? What's your beef with Vegas? What's going on?
Yeah, so we previously touched on this topic that
well, before you get started, just know
Oh.
that you're gonna trigger me, all right? But go ahead.
trigger warning.
I have Vegas's back for sure. Even though it was 99 degrees today, fire off.
So we touched on this topic that I mentioned that I don't like Vegas. I hate Vegas. I do not like Vegas. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll go there every now and then, even for business purposes aside, like I like going there. However, I don't want to live there long term. Like, I'll maybe do like short term, something like that I will consider, but long term, I don't like it. And one of the reasons that I think it's very important for me is the weather. And it seems really stupid, right? Because angry face and I don't like the hot weather. And I think you guys have heard of this word before. It's friolento. That's in Spanish, right? So what that means in Spanish is that when you're friolento, that means that you're like very reactive to cold. Like the smallest of like the cold, the smallest of winds. Like if you feel something, you get cold easily, And for me, what I like to say is that I'm caliorento. So it's the opposite of that. But whenever there's like dry air, sun is scorching you, heat, any of that, no, I don't want none of that. And Vegas obviously has hot weather.
You don't want the smoke?
I don't want none of that.
Wait,
Nothing to do with
what
that.
was that word? What was that word? Friolento?
Friolento, yeah.
Yeah. So
Have you heard of it
so-
before?
No. Well, actually, what I good you are Mexican.
Yeah.
Because where I come from, that's just called being a bitch. So I don't know.
Nah, I don't know.
That was foul.
No,
Nah, I don't know about that.
No, but because here, let me tell you something. Even though, like, for myself, Eddie knows this. I take medicine every single time I travel because actually my sinuses got fucked up. In 8th grade, I broke my nose, and since then my nose has never been the same. So When it's too cold, I get like allergies, and when it's to get hot, I take it. It gives me allergies, but I take medicine for it, and it doesn't stop me from wanting to travel or go anywhere. But yeah, do I hate? Yeah, I don't like Vegas when it's super scorching hot either. It's not fun. But that doesn't stop me from going, you know?
No, of course, like it won't stop me from going, right? Like, however, like I don't want to live, several days, weeks on ends, months on ends in scorching 100+ degree weathers every single day. And it's just not fun for me. And the reason that another thing that I do want to point out is when I say that I'm friolento, that I'm not friolento, but that I am calirento, it means that obviously I hate hot weather, right? But at the same time, I actually like cold weather, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I can withstand fairly cold weather. And you guys might have seen me. I don't know, like let's say New York, like
Yeah,
I might just have like some thin windbreaker, and that's about it. I'll be fine. And
you,
I,
you
I I like the cold weather, honestly.
you had a Patagonia with goose feathers in it. That is probably the warmest. You can, bro, you were thriving in New York.
I was thriving big time. Great weather when we went there. Like not gonna lie.
I
Like
don't know what you're talking about because to me,
I was
um,
cold.
I was cold too.
what?
So what? So
Yeah.
so when I went back home, my mom had the AC on when it was 84 degrees. No, I was like, what the hell? I
Damn.
I I literally had a blanket on. I was like, what the hell? Like
Uh huh.
I was like, nah. 84 degrees. The AC is on. It was 88 degrees, so of course I had to put the AC on out here. But it's just like, yo, like that's ridiculous. Like,
Bro,
Yeah.
bro, Alexis, your
Uh.
windbreaker was breaking wind so much that it actually broke, and your feathers were coming out of your windbreaker. Do you guys remember
Oh
that?
yeah.
how unfortunate. Is there any way for you to like actually like fix it? Can you take your Patagonia to? Am I saying it right?
Yeah. Patagonia is yeah. You said it right. And to answer your question, I'm sure they have some warranty. They should cover it, but honestly, like it's a tiny thing. So if anything, I think there's like some sort of mini cloth inside the jacket where you can like patch it up yourself, and it's good as new or almost good as new. And
Fuck yourself or what?
yeah, I mean, like, do I really want to? Do I really want to waste the time and money to like get it shipped over to Patagonia? Nah, not really.
Oh, okay, no. All right, let's challenge this because actually, how much did you spend on it?
So that specific jacket is like
300.
retail 250. Yeah, just about.
I like how you said retail because basically what you said is that's for you guys,
That's for you
not
guys. Yeah.
not for
Yep.
me. The
Yeah. So if you guys know, like, I always try to look for discounts wherever possible, but the most that I think I got it down to was like $200 after tax. So from 250 retail to 200 after tax, I think it's pretty good.
There you go.
There we go with the heat.
Okay,
So
so okay, wait, hold up. So besides that, besides the whole heat issue, I mean, like when it hasn't been that hot just until now. So why the hell all the previous times you go to Vegas, you're like, I can't stay here.
okay, so there's more to it, right? Like not just hot weather, but
Okay.
one of the other things that I don't like about Vegas is the distractions, and there's a lot of distractions. It's Sin City for a reason, right? And
we're
I'm not,
thriving.
huh?
I said we're thriving out here though.
No, I know. Like that's the thing. I don't like distractions because it's hard for me to be productive when there's so many distractions around. And I don't know if you guys know, to our listeners that are watching or listening to us, most of the videos are, I'll do like a quick rendering if needed, touch ups on sound, getting the video ready, uploading all of that. So specifically, like when we do the podcast episodes over there, the reason why I need to get out basically like right away is because I know that if I don't do it right away, it's just gonna cut into my time. I don't really want to spend the day, like I basically lose another day is what I'm trying to get at, and I need the time to like do this properly without, rushing everything. So if we're talking specifically about why I hate Vegas and only stay there for a short amount of time, that's specifically the reason why, like I don't stay over and things like that. So, but like overall, like the distractions, like they're nice every now and then, but I don't want to let it get to me. So that's the other thing. Third thing is that I just don't like traveling to Vegas, specifically the airport. The airport sucks. I know it's pretty massive, it's huge, way bigger than LAX. It's just that for me it sucks traveling because I usually fly Southwest. And when I do, like I always have like such a bad experience with TSA, the flights being booked like 100% capacity and delays. Like there's lots of delays in Vegas at the airport. I don't know, just for me it's not fun.
That has nothing to do with you like living here in Vegas. Like you wouldn't live out here in Vegas. Like
Well, I mean, if I am gonna be traveling a lot, I'm not gonna like live 100% in Vegas. So for me, like that's a big part of it. And
sound like Eddie right now. So um when it comes down to it, like Eddie, can you see yourself living out here like Garcia?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, definitely. I can definitely see. Dude, I pretty much for the last month or and a half, 2 months, I was pretty much living there with you, bro. So here's my deal. I kind of agree a little bit with Alexis, but I disagree with certain things. I agree that traveling back and forth to Vegas can take a lot of my time, and this is why I decided that last week, okay, I'm not gonna go. Fuck it. I was invited to go out there for an event for the fight. I decided not to go.
Fight was
What was that?
I said the fight was whack. I said it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I really didn't even care about the fight, so that's why I was like, no, I need to focus here. And it's so nice to literally have my 3 monitors, the camera, the lights set up, everything ready to go, and make things and be productive. It does suck when having to like pack, fly, unpack, and then I don't have my full setup. Yes, it's a little, but you know me. As soon as I wake up, I am productive as hell, right? So and it's nice to be around you and Renee and be productive together because I'm able to bounce ideas off of you guys. But if I had my own room with my setup, then that would be way better. But I know that right now is not feasible. So I would do that. I would still travel, to be honest with you. Then the other thing that you said, what was the other thing that you said, Alexis? Distractions. Dude, I don't I for a second thought about that, like, oh, I would be distracted. This was months ago. But then I was like, what the fuck? That just means that I'm a weak person. Like, because technically, dude, besides your birthday, when was it really the last time we decided to go out? And when we went out, how long was it that we went out for?
Maybe an hour and a half. And then we're like, all right, time to go back and work.
Right. So like we literally, I never go out in Vegas, to be honest with you. If I'm going out, it's a networking event or like a business meeting. That is pretty much it. So if you have a strong discipline, like you'll be fine. Like Vegas is just another city and it's fantastic to be able to network there. So at the end of the day, I think if you feel like if you feel that the distraction would be for you, then yeah, definitely don't go because then your discipline is not strong enough where it needs to be. Because at the end of the day, you'll be surrounded with us, you'll be surrounded with people who are fully determined into becoming overachievers and dedicated to what they do. But if you surround yourself with other people that are just going out every single weekend, then definitely Vegas is not the place for you. That period, right?
yeah,
CreditJacker,
totally.
I think you would have a lot of work out here, to be honest.
What do you mean by work?
Being the sound guy, being the engineer.
Yeah, I
think
mean, honestly, like if I wanted to do that, like I can
Wait a minute.
basically.
Wait a minute, bro. You've been losing weight.
Why do you say that?
I can tell.
I literally just stretched.
I can tell. You guys know I notice everything, right?
Yeah.
You notice everything, yeah.
I notice everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah, dude, Vegas would be good for you. I mean, I wouldn't doubt. Imagine being a sound engineer for one of the biggest clubs in Vegas or anything like that.
I don't think I I I I don't think people know what the fuck they're doing, to be honest.
Nope, they do not. And it's a good point that you brought up. That if I really wanted to, like, let's just say, focus 100% on the sound industry or the film industry, the content creation industry, like I could if I wanted to, right? And Vegas, there's no doubt about it. That there's a lot of work there. However, keep in mind that I'm also in LA, which is
Hub.
another beast of a film industry, sound industry. So it's really just a matter of which one do I want, like 'cause I have done gigs in Vegas before, like twice or something, I don't know. But that's if I wanted to do that, right? 100%. And that brings me to the other reason of why I hate Vegas. I live in Vegas, as you guys know. To the listeners that don't know, I probably
You
have
live
said
in
it before.
LA,
I live in
LA,
LA.
not Vegas.
Yeah, I live in LA, or did I say Vegas?
Yeah, you did.
I
No
live in
way.
Vegas.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Well, I live in LA, right? So honestly, like I think I have it good over here. I have a lot in LA. Like anything that I could want, any major industry that you could think of, e-commerce. I don't know. The film industry is pretty big here.
Right.
Literally any industry, like it's top notch, like in the country. So of course, there are some things in Vegas. Vegas is pretty big in when it comes to like networking events. They have a lot of trade
This
shows, etc. There's no denying, that Vegas is the king of that, right? So obviously, LA is not gonna have the best of the best in every industry, but I feel like we basically have everything here: perfect weather, um, the
have the beaches.
good views, beaches, mountains, hikes, etc. Like everything that I could want, besides cutting out the traffic aside, I have it, and
Oh my God. Yeah, no, you definitely have the traffic for sure.
yeah. Sadly, I want to get rid of that, but I can't, and
Come down to San Diego then.
come down to San Diego. Oof. San Diego's also nice. And
Yep.
the other
Just a,
thing that I do want to point out is that I know Eddie was talking about this in another topic, but his move to Vegas is obviously it's a genius move. And you might say, oh, why don't you just move out to Vegas? It's also a good move. Like, yeah, and it would be a good move, but again, I already have everything here, and I'm not gonna try to say, that my move would be like a stupid move if I didn't go to Vegas. But like Eddie, like for his situation, there was no doubt, that it was a genius move and it was the best move that he could have done. So uh, we just have different reasons.
you know who motivated me the most to actually move?
Ooh.
Mo?
You.
Oh yeah, we were talking about it. Yeah, I do remember. We were talking about it. I think during the time of when we did the Hollywood sign.
You this was November, and I believe we were texting. You actually said you literally said it's time to convert manifestation into realization, and I was like, ooh.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then November, here comes November, I come to Vegas. December, actually August I come to Vegas. uh September I come to Vegas. October I come to Vegas. November I come to Vegas. Guess what I did in December?
Apply for an apartment.
Oh, I spent New Year's in Vegas.
Oh, I
Oh
remember.
shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Uh huh.
Spent New Year's in Las Vegas with Wesley's family, my best friend. And then January 8th, Moto's an event, and it was dope. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I was like, I just need to move. So I got to meet Chivas, and fuck it. I just remember it was crazy. Tuesday, Tuesday the 25th, I applied. Thursday the 20, it was like the 28th, I got approved. Hey, get your stuff ready because you have 3 days. Your moving date is Monday, January 31st. Let's go.
Nice. There you go. Yep.
Although although I don't agree that you don't like Vegas so much. It's all preferences, correct?
Right.
Seems a lot of work for you out here. I agree with the weather because at one point, see, I can take 110-degree weather anytime above at any temperature above that, it just becomes fucking scorching. And that's like radiation. It's like, nah, like it's unbearable. And I've always told people, I was like, the biggest scam of Las Vegas is building. Well, what do you guys think is the biggest scam? Have I ever told you guys what the biggest scam is of Las Vegas?
Nope.
I don't
It's
think so.
building the entertainment capital in the desert. Why? You're
Why is
actually
it? Yeah.
you're literally forced to stay inside. And when you're inside, there's restaurants. If it's hot, you're drinking fluids, not just fluids, you're
Alcohol.
alcohol. That's very expensive.
It's gonna get you
Now,
dehydrated as well.
yeah, which is gonna lead you to get what? A freaking IV. You're also playing in casinos, and there are how many clocks?
None or very few.
There
Rare.
aren't any
If any.
clocks.
Yeah.
If any, true. There are also no windows. So the forum shops, whether they be the Caesars forum shops or the Venetian forum shops, they do an excellent job at making 10 a.m. feel like 5 p.m. so that why you start consuming alcohol. And I remember the very first few times that I started coming out here, I would wake up early. I would wake up regularly 7, 8 in the morning, and I'd be like, all right, today's gonna be a productive day. Let's go start, walking around. And I'm like walking through the forum shops, and I'm just getting into like this mood, like, damn, like I thought I just woke up and it's feeling like 5 p.m. And again, if you guys like backtrack to what I said, I came in August, September, October. During those months, it starts getting dark early, right? It starts getting dark like at 6, 7 p.m. So I walk out of the shops and I see the bright sun, and I'm like, damn, I literally like was so in the mood to actually like drink, and their 3D, the 3D skies. It's so crazy. But that's the biggest scam that they built Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, in the desert. The second one is it's designed to be a maze.
Mm-hmm.
A maze. So you purposely get lost, even though it's the entertainment capital of the world. They cannot cater, but they try to serve as many people as possible. See, if you come in and you get lost, good. That's what they want, because you're going to not make it, even though you have reservations, even though you paid for this or you paid for that. Does that make sense? Like, I remember back when I was like living back at home, there was some girl I was getting to know at the time, and I remember she said, "Oh my God, I went to Las Vegas with a couple of friends, and the reservation was more expensive than the food that we actually paid for." And I was like, how much was the reservation?" She said $300, and her plate was only like 150. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like just to make a reservation was $300. Shit, if you don't make it to your reservation, you're already out $300. You know what I mean? Like that goes.
Right.
But yeah, that's Vegas is a sketch.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that you're so like, like I'm established in LA. I don't need to move.
Yeah, so I think that's another big part of it, because I know you guys were talking about how it's very important to basically get out of your comfort zone, in other words, your hometown, etc. Like if I wanted to, like I could move out to Vegas and I think I'd be fine off, there. What I think I will consider is doing like halftime. So halftime Vegas, halftime LA,
I
maybe
was gonna
more
I
half
was
LA.
I was gonna say like Vegas is probably, and this is a reach. Vegas will promise you 2 months of good weather, but that doesn't mean that the 2 months are consecutive.
Right, yeah.
What the hell? Yeah.
You're guaranteed 6 months of summer. You know what
There
I
you
mean?
go.
It's
Definitely.
to warm up.
Yeah.
It's
But then it gets really cold in the winter too. So it's like, fuck.
it doesn't get cold. It just goes down to 75 degrees, but that's enough for us to wear a sweater.
No, bro, it does get fucking cold. It was going down to 50 degrees, bro, when I was out there.
That's when the people from New York come through with their big puffer jackets and whatnot.
No, they come through with sandals, bro, because this is warm from them.
Yeah.
Dude. All right, man. So the next topic we wanted to talk about was a quick question that Eddie Mercado brought up was if testing a friend's or someone's loyalty, does that make the person that tested them out disloyal?
Yeah, so they're in essence, I'm gonna go ahead and say it again. If I test your loyalty, does that make me disloyal? And that can actually, there's obviously different perspectives, correct? So the thing with
Correct.
me, let's say I had a girlfriend and I tested her loyalty, and of course, like I get like one of the homies to like uh pull up in the Lambo, and he starts talking to my team or whatever. If she hops on, uh if she gets taken home, like does that make her does that make me disloyal because I'm actually testing her, correct? Um Now that's also like, why did I have to put her in that situation, correct? Or let's say I have a best friend. Does that make sense? Like
No, absolutely.
let's let actually we're actually I'm not done with that example. In the event that nobody approaches her in such a way, that's also kind of stupid too. So to me, I was actually thinking about this. I'm like, yo, this is so like controversial because it's like I put her in that position. I tested her. And what if she passes? Good for me. But how am I going to feel after that? What if she fails? And it's like, how am I going to feel? And it's also like, I think there's like a third view of what if, what if she wouldn't have cheated, I guess, if I wouldn't have put her in that situation.
No, I think, well, if you want to ask my perspective, I think that is a very smart move to do because first of all, you first want to make sure and qualify this person as soon as possible because you don't want to be wasting your time. You don't want to waste their time. You want to make sure that the people around you and the people that you're spending time with are truly care about you and you are able to trust them. Second of all, if you doing this, like at the end of the day, I'm sorry, Eddie, but fuck your feelings because again, you wasting your time is way more important than how you feel. I already know how you are. Fuck feelings. Yeah. So like I at the end of the day, like she's going to be testing to see how much of a man you are, and you need to make sure that you're testing how loyal the people around you are going to be. If a friend does anything with that girl, well now you know, fuck the girl and fuck your friend. Like both of them, they're out, and you just save yourself so much headaches. There you go.
I don't think it's fuck the friend because you know what I mean?
No, yeah, fuck the friend. No, if a friend of yours takes advantage of the situation,
Oh, I see.
that it takes advantage of a situation, then yeah, fuck him. And then second of all, the other thing, well, what did you mention? I forgot what you mentioned. And what was the other question? Was it how would you feel about it? Because you said, because you said, what if she wouldn't have done it if I wouldn't have put her in that position? Well, here's the thing. You cannot control everything, right? You can only take a responsibility for the things that you control. And eventually, one day, there's going to be a time when one of your friends or someone else is going to have to take her home because something else happened while you're preoccupied over here. Imagine if you're
That's what she
in
fucks for drink.
right. So like whatever happens, like let's say you're traveling, right? This last weekend you went to visit your mom for Mother's Day and you had a friend's birthday party and then some went out or something happened
Hey,
and
quit blurting that out.
oh shit, I my bad.
Oh,
This girl went out and one of your homies had to go pick her up, you know? Like it's gonna happen. There's gonna be a time when something like that is gonna happen. Now we're gonna probably take responsibilities and making sure that we avoid that at all costs, right? And I don't think you should be. I mean, like I'm pretty sure you will not be with someone who is gonna put themselves in that position, right? If they put themselves in that position already, that's already a red flag in your eyes. Like why? Like for example, if a girl gets way too drunk at a party, why are you doing that? First of all, as you know, like you don't drink, I don't drink. Alexis, I don't even barely see Alexis drink, and
But
it's
is a this guy's an alcoholic.
oh yeah, that's right, that's right. I forgot the scotch next to you, Alexis. But you know what I mean. So it's like we wouldn't be the people around us wouldn't be putting themselves in those positions. So those are already red flags. And again, you can't control everything. So you want to make sure that the people around you are truly loyal. That's my opinion. And actually, what is that book called? The 50 laws about power. Is it about, I think that's the name of the book. One of them is about testing people's loyalty. So yes.
Crazy. I have to read that book. What's your take on it, Alexis?
Yeah, so I actually wanted to bring up a certain channel on YouTube. They don't really do it anymore, but I don't know if you guys have heard of To Catch a Cheater.
Yes, so it's stupid.
No, as you guys know, I don't watch TV. So if you guys ask me anything about anything on TV related, I just
Oh,
don't.
this was way back. This was like years ago, like when they were popping off. So, but what I'm trying to get at is that basically they were testing partners, spouses, girlfriend, boyfriend, etc. And basically, it's the same question that Eddie is talking about on this topic, right? Does it make me disloyal if I'm testing your loyalty, right? And basically, the host, in some way or another, he would ask this specific question, like, so the person whoever organized it, right? Like, let's just say the boyfriend organizes it. Why are you testing your girlfriend? You know, like he's trying to figure it out. You know, he basically always asks the same question, and honestly, sometimes it'll confirm loyalty. Sometimes it won't confirm loyalty, and sometimes it even backfires. You know, like the person that
Right.
you're testing. Let's just say the bait or the trap or whatever you call it. Like they'll like run off together. Like they'll get married or things crazy things happen, but it just reminded me of that show, you know, that I don't know, people like do things for specific reasons, but honestly, you know, I'm not sure like how to say it, but
And
it
you
just
know
reminded
what?
me of it. Yeah.
You know what? Now that you mentioned that, I've always thought like back looking back at it, I believe I don't remember my own viewpoint, but I felt that if think about it, it sounds kind of douchey. Sounds kind of douchey of like, bro, why are you gonna do this? Like, why are you gonna spend the time and money to do this? I think, like, for example, it just depends on what you're talking about. If a test of loyalty means like okay, hey, this situation just arise. And now that I think about it, yes, this will be a great way to test your loyalty, right? So yes, taking advantage of an already given situation to see, I wonder if this girl's gonna be loyal or not. Then yeah, let's I would want to see how this would play out, right? But me hiring someone to go test the loyalty of someone, that's just a little weird to me. Because if you're already having, I feel like those are bigger issues if you are having to do that. Because here's the thing, bro. I like, for example, I'm seeing someone, and I'm not afraid that she's doing anything with anybody else. Even though there's distance between us, right? And I can only see her once a week. Um, I don't because I value myself so much and she understands how much I value myself and I value the people around me. She knows how I am as a person, how I operate, and she truly respects the crap out of me. And I know and I can see how much she values me and how much she respects me. That I know for a fact there's no way that she'll ever cheat on me. And if she does, and she knows this, if she does, it's gone. Like I'm goodbye. never seen talking to you again, right? So she knows the stakes are high. She wouldn't dare to do that. And if she does, she knows the consequences for it, and she knows I would uphold them. As I've spoken on this podcast before, I've made strict rules for her in a sense, like for example, hey, you talked about me, you talked about moving so many goddamn times. When are you going to do it? And I pretty much put her a deadline to do it. And guess what? She moved in 2 weeks. I don't know if I talked about that as an update, but I gave her a deadline a while ago, and in 2 weeks she was able to find the place and actually get the guy to agree that she was going to be the one moving once the apartment was ready to rock and roll. And yep, she's moved. She's fully moved now. She still needs to organize a few spots, like a few items in her house. And I actually went over this last weekend, and I was able to help her buy some more stuff for her. I actually ordered some Amazon stuff. I'm looking at it. It's for her house. And I'm providing value to her. I'm providing support. I'm doing so many things for her that she understands that it would be stupid. It would be absolutely stupid. And I think at the end of the day, it's a lack of communication, because I highly communicate exactly what I want from this relationship, how I am as a person, what I need in a partner, and she's fully supportive, and she understands what my personal brand mission is, like my mission statement for my life, and she knows my goals and ambitions, and she's fully supportive, and she wants to be part of this journey. So again, like I said, like it would be really stupid for her to do anything. So but at the end of the day, I do believe that sometimes you should put some roadblocks and some tests along the way. Okay, like is this someone who I can truly trust, yes or no? Like for example, Eddy tested Renee out when day one. Here's my apartment, here's my cars, by the way, send me pictures of my credit cards, you know, because I'm pretty sure if he ever did anything stupid, he would have been out right away. And that is it. And you see, like Eddy didn't leave his credit cards behind on purpose to test Renee out. It just so happened, and I'm pretty sure Eddy was like, well, if anything were to happen, phone call to the card company, boom, handled, taken care of. And at the same time, I'm going to take advantage of this as an opportunity to see, is this guy going to fuck me over, yes or no? And now we're good friends, right? So
Great friends.
So there you go. So I think that's how it should go. I don't believe it should go into the way that, hey, let me find all these people to make this mastermind plan and see if this girl cheats on me. Like okay, bro, I think you have insecurity issues. I think there's a bigger problem here than that.
Yeah, it actually didn't necessarily have to be like a partner or a girl, like even then, because it's like I remember like this was like something that I thought about like back in high school, like damn, like in essence, where we used to talk like, do you guys really think that person's loyal, like this and that, and we're like, yo, like that's like your best friend, you really don't think that he's like loyal? And then we're talking about like, oh well, why don't you test your best friend? I was like, no, because like that's almost like disloyal, you know. So it doesn't, like, for the people like listening here, this goes like this goes towards everybody, like it, not just like your partner, whether your boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever. It can be like, shit, imagine testing your parents' loyalty and they fail.
Well, goodbye, daddy and mommy.
Mom, dad, who do you like more? No, no, it can definitely like, I'm trying to lighten up the mood because this got dark fast.
No, it didn't. I think it just got honest real fast.
I think so too. No, yeah, most definitely. And the most important thing is like, you already know that I don't eat that bowl of shit. I don't even sniff that bowl of shit. So
Oh, okay, I was not gonna say that, but okay.
great. I think it was a great question. CreditJacker, are you having technical difficulties or what?
I'm good. It'll get fixed.
For sure, for sure. Okay, well, so basically, I'm pretty sure we're done with that topic. Any last points you want to give on that topic, Alexis, or are you good to go?
Yeah, basically same. Basically, what I was trying to get at is the same thing that you were saying. I understand why these people, like, would want to test when it comes to catch a cheater. show that I was mentioning, I understand it, but at the same time, you also gotta basically prevent it from happening in the first place. So when Eddie does his, well, let's just say his loyalty test, and going back to gems, that's basically a test, but that's basically, you want to do it beforehand, before, like let's just say Gems he's been living in Vegas for months, like it'd be stupid if Eddie were to do a loyalty test right now. So it's a good thing that he got it out of the way first. That's how it should be
Right.
done in the beginning, not like when you're 5 years into like a
A
marriage
relationship.
or
Yeah.
any relationship. So
Yeah, just imagine that.
basically, yeah.
You know, it's actually kind of crazy. When I'm getting to know somebody, this blows everybody's mind. But for the first time ever, I'm actually going to share the reason why, or expose the reason why. Now, women,
Women.
Women.
women,
Viejas.
women believe that they believe they're special. Because one of the very first things that I try to do is when I'm like starting to feel somebody, not grow feelings, but when I'm starting to feel somebody, like, hey, you know what, you're actually chill to hang out with, or just when stuff gets spicy, whatever. I like to take them on a trip. Do you guys, statistically speaking, do you guys know how many relationships fail after the first fucking trip?
All of them. No, I don't know how many.
75, I don't know.
Higher.
After the first trip,
After the first trip.
92.
No, lower.
85.
80. Just 80. 80% of
okay.
relationships fail after the first trip. Why? Because you realize, shit, I can't be with this person. I honestly can't. And it's like, do we really want to go through like that again? Or do we really want to go through that for the rest of our lives? Because I couldn't fucking stand you. You know what I mean? So
Damn.
80% of relationships fail after the very first trip. So I like to take a mini vacation. That's for me though. You just happen to be invited.
Mm.
It's actually very, very true, because you guys, as you guys would know, I have zero patience when it comes to like stuff like that. So
We've seen it firsthand.
Yep. Yep.
big facts. I mean, I've gotten better. I've gotten much, much better, but yeah, I just wanted to share that. So to the women, no,
Women.
so to the women that think that, oh my God, Eddie wants to take me on a trip. It's not that. I just want to test something. I just want to test something.
How loose is this now? Me vas a empadar or what?
Bro, Spanish is so fun. I feel so bad for people that
Don't speak
understand.
it. Yeah.
There goes CreditJacker again.
Oh
They
my
should
goodness.
check a good camera beast.
I know,
Yeah.
right? It's
All right,
failing me.
what's the next topic for?
All right, yeah, definitely. So the very last topic, and this is just something quick, so we can end it pretty quick here. The very last topic is something I brought up, and this came about because I have many business partners, you guys, and business mentors where I'm learning constantly new things every single day, every single time I join a Zoom call with them. And I was like, this is so valuable information that I should be sharing it with everybody I know. And that's actually one of the things I posted on Instagram, was a tip that I learned from my business mentor, Sean Adams. And it was very well received by everybody that saw it. So basically, I wanted to bring it up back in the podcast here and talk about it. And maybe I can even make it a recurrent segment of like things I learned this week from any of my business mentors, or anything I learned in business in general that I want to be able to bring out. That way we can able to provide value to you guys. So, and it's super funny I say that because the topic is how to provide value, right? So, many ways to do this, but these are just two things that I saw, or that just Sean just says on a Zoom call. I'm like, bro, this is fucking genius. I need to write this down. So the first thing that I want to say is there's two things that anyone can do for people to provide value to people. The first thing that you want to do for people is raise their level of awareness. So for example, how can I explain this? The client that we sign up on Tuesday, our very first client, the guy who only wanted like $10,000 to $15,000 in credit, in business credit, maybe the reason why he only needed that is because he had a lack of awareness of how much actually he was going to need in order to actually fulfill orders and grow his Amazon FBA business. So if you can bring the level of awareness to him, hey buddy, that's fantastic that you're on business credit. However, I'll feel like I'm going to be doing a disservice to you if I only get you $10,000 to $15,000. So if then I teach him why he's going to need so much more extra money and why it's going to be benefiting him, I'm basically providing value to him, and I'm making myself look at an absolute expert of what I'm able to teach, right? Of what I know. So there's the first thing. That's the first thing that you can do to anyone, and that's you can implement that in anything. Every single time you post something, it's to bring the level of awareness to people on something. Like, for example, myself, I'm a credit specialist. So therefore, I should be bringing the level of awareness about credit in general up to people, right? That way I can go ahead and be able to serve my public even better, to be able to service my clients better. And a quick tip on that, on how to level their awareness, is like, especially when you're talking to someone, the first thing you want to do is listen to them. You want to empathize with them, and then you deliver the awareness, right? So if for example, my assistant heard the same thing. Hey, I only want $10,000 to $15,000 in business credit, but that was not aware enough or didn't listen enough of what the hell that meant, right? That meant that was a great opportunity for him to just call the client right away and then raise their level of awareness. So that's something that I take personally as a fault in the business, and it all lies back to me. And I basically spent the next 20 minutes giving him so many examples of what to say and how to say it, and why this is so important. This is some stuff that he needs to be focusing on, right? Because if my executive assistant had the level of awareness, right, to be able to catch that and be like, oh my God, this is a great opportunity for me to be able to educate the client on why he needs more, that would literally serve the client. Our customer success will be even better. Our customer satisfaction will go higher because we're able to provide the value to people that they did not even realize what they didn't know, right? So you got to listen, you got to empathize with people, and then you're able to raise the level of awareness. And then number two is that you need to put people in a position to make them life-changing money. So for example, again, let's take this back example again. So first I raised the level of awareness to the client. Hey buddy, actually it looks like you're going to need $50,000 to $75,000 in order for you to start scaling your business, especially to the point where you can start making a return on your money. Because dude, you just spent $50,000 for this automation FBA store. Like, you need to be doing big numbers to get your money back plus profit. So let's do this. If we do X, Y, and Z, then we're able to put you in a position to start generating all this money, right? So if you are able to do those two things to people, you're going to be highly successful in any business, right? So if you do social media marketing, right? So since I'm going to take this example, since I'm about to start a company in this way, if you can raise the level of awareness of you see someone's Instagram, you see that they completely suck at what they're doing. Like they're let's say they're really good at their own product, but their social media game just fucking sucks, right? So you go in there and you create like a little quick Loom video watching their Instagram, be like, hey, so and so, I was looking at your Instagram and I feel like there's a lot of things that I can help you in, and here is the 5 first things that I would do to start fixing this, right? I would do this, I'll do that, I'll do this, provide a bunch of value and raise their level of awareness on how they're messing up, right? And then at the end it's like, hey, and if you want any more help, I actually do this as a business. I'll highly recommend to book a call with me, and then we can talk about how I So, with that being said, those are the two things that you can do for anybody, and you'll be highly successful. The next thing it would be a quick gem that I wanted to drop that I heard from Sean say is that in order for something to exist, you have to create it. And this merely made me think of gems because him for years has always wanted to promote a credit product or a credit personal credit course, and he never felt like there was a personal credit course available in the market that would be sufficient for him to put his name behind. So guess what? He went and created it. He went ahead and created the course that he felt that was needed in the marketplace, right? So if there's something that you feel that like there's a lack of, you're able to provide people value by going ahead and create it. Go be the difference that you want to see in this world, right? Go make the product that you see that you wish there was out in the marketplace, and you're going to be able to provide so much value doing that. You'll be so successful, so wealthy being able to do that. And that's my hot take. Dude, I don't know if you guys can see this, but this fucking red light keeps turning off ever so often.
There we
It's
go.
pissing me off. But yeah. By the way, Alexis, we good on the recording? What happened there, buddy? Oh, okay. Well, whatever. I was just going
I have no
I was
clue.
going too hot, bro.
I
Like
hope it's
it
good
was
news
like it's
because
too hot. I
I
gotta
don't know
stop the
what to tell
recording
you.
for a second. But yeah, man, you guys got any insights on those on how to provide value to people?
Just oh no, I the way to provide value to people is by giving them
You summed
free
it up pretty
value.
well.
Right.
Because I've always said, look, this is free game and I'm willing to give this to you for free. That's it.
Yep.
If you're intelligent enough, you're going to pick up and say, damn, this was some fire shit. I wonder what information he's keeping from me that I have to pay for. Now, if you're not willing to if they're not willing to pay for that information, then that's on them. But no matter what, I always give freebies. Of course, I demand my respect. I don't just answer the fucking DMs or none of that shit unless you you proceed with caution with me if you come correct.
Right.
Yeah, earlier today there. No, not about
You had
dropshipping
a clown in
services.
the
They're like,
DMs hitting you up
like,
about
hey, I
dropshipping
noticed that we're
services.
following the same e-commerce the same e-commerce expert. That must mean that that we have a similar I'm not gonna check my phone, but because it was a paragraph and I was like, I literally took the time to read this dumbass paragraph. Like, I know you guys know that I don't read paragraphs, guys. I don't read paragraphs. If you guys write me a big-ass paragraph, I'm not reading that shit. The vast majority of the time I'll just look over it and I'll literally say, I ain't reading that shit. But he said something along the lines of, hey, bud, so you're already belittling me, clown. I was like, he goes, hey, bud, or hey, bro. I noticed that we're following the same
Person.
e-commerce expert. That must mean that you're into drop shipping. We have a common interest. And I was like, you're mad tripping. I was like, ain't nobody doing drop shipping over here. Damn, if you really want to grind my gears, if you really want to like trigger me, just say Alibaba or drop shipping to me. That's it. That's all it takes. That's it. Clown behavior. Damn.
Yeah,
Bro.
and then he said he called you out an idiot or something like that, which was
Oh, he
fucking...
said, you and your family are mad, comma, idiot. And I'm like, bruh, like, let me respond to you right quick. And by the time I put like an Android emoji, it said user not found. And I'm like, oh my God, like I cannot believe he blocked me. Or it's not even a he. I don't even know if this person is real or exists, or if it was just like some random bot or a V. It could have been something, yeah, because you can already tell that the like translation was like way off. But yeah,
Chinese bot.
to whoever it was, it wasn't trust me, it wasn't my intention to hurt your feelings. but clearly we don't do drop shipping over here.
Yeah. That sounds like a scam. Bro, the light went out again. What the fuck is
Okay,
wrong?
so that yeah, grass is green. I'm starting to get scared, bro. Like, you got a ghost or something
No, it just does that. It just this one. Maybe this one is
going out?
malfunctioning or
I don't
it's
think
not
so.
being provided enough power. I have no
Look,
idea.
look, and now CreditJacker's camera goes off, bro. Like something's off.
Yeah, it's a sign.
It is not a good sign. You know what was so funny? I literally forgot to mention. I was like, damn, I
It's
really
a
forgot to
sign.
mention. Oh no, we did mention that in the podcast with Elvis, how we're like, oh shit, like out of nowhere, like I'm talking shit about the Waldorf Astoria and like the logo of the you know who's,
Oh my God.
and the lights turn off in the elevator. And I was like, yo, shit. And then this fucking credit checker is the only intelligent one that picks up the phone and starts recording. But he didn't grab it to he didn't grab his phone to record. He grabbed it to actually record like a Snapchat video. And I'm like, bruh, this is our lives. That's literally what was gonna be The Last of Us. Like, but yeah,
Yep. That's it. That's the
but
end
yeah,
of
I
the
think that's it,
Eddies.
guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So yeah, this wraps it up, you guys. Thank you so much for joining another podcast episode of the Only Points podcast. Again, you guys, this will be dropped every Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we signing out. Peace out.